Give us a little refresher on what is an expert alert, or what is a proactive solution that you're talking about. Is this something that the customer gets a warning in the display, or what constitutes an expert alert?
So without having a connected machine, we are not able to monitor those pieces or receive expert alerts on those pieces of equipment. So an expert alert is a proactive solution where we partner with John Deere, and we're able to monitor the data, the temperatures, pressures, and fault codes that come off the equipment. Previously in our last episode, which was several years ago, mainly all expert alerts were focused around fault codes that trigger on the monitor. If you ask me today, about 50% of them don't even have fault codes on the monitor, and we can see those temps and pressures for those connected pieces.
That being said, there may be nothing the operator or owner sees or hears or anything like that, but we're getting machine data in the background that over time is telling us, hey, if this continues on, you may have issue X.
Yeah, I'll have a good win coming up with the engine that we saved in proactive solutions, but really partnering with the customer where they're sharing that information, we can help provide them to just those windows are short, even in the ag side, and we want to make sure that we eliminate as much downtime as possible. So if we can save an engine from failing, we love to do that every single day.
Whether it be the ag side or the construction side, there is opportunity here to be proactive in the support, in those solutions, things like that. How hard is it to explain to a customer that they're not seeing a diagnostic trouble code? Nothing is going wrong, but we have the data on the backside to say, this has been going on with your machine. We really recommend you do this. What do those conversations look like? How difficult is that sometimes?
Yeah, it's usually a tough conversation right away, but we do have those customers, which are awesome, that have partnered with us and have seen expert alerts before. But like what you said, the first expert alert takes a little buy-in, but luckily, as we talk about technology and the advancements, we're able to provide those graphs of those pressures and share it with customers so they can see the visuals of what is happening with that engine in the oil pressure case and see kind of the drop off. Maybe it's not low enough to trigger a fault code, but we can see kind of the yellow area that needs caution or attention.
Oh, absolutely. And we'll get into some of these success stories now. I think any customer out there that questions expert alerts or proactive solutions like this, you listen to some of these success stories that we at RDO have been a part of, and I think it will really open your eyes, kind of change your mind towards benefiting from these proactive solutions. So yeah, go ahead and share some of these wins, these success stories that we've seen.
Sure, yeah, I have a really good one here on a 8R T370 that triggered right around our Breckenridge location. So what was interesting with that tractor is it triggered the low engine oil pressure expert alert, which before we even contact the customer or the field, we know that the oil pump's bad and we would need to change the crossover tube and the pickup tube. With that comes a little work. We do need to pull the engine on the machine to get the pan off. But from there, get the pan off, replace those parts, and the success rate on that is very high that we will save the engine. In this case, it was a customer that had seen an expert alert before, bought in. We contacted the closest location, like I said, Breckenridge. The service department reached out to the customer, got that machine shut down or that tractor, and got it brought back into the store. In this case, they got the engine pulled out and the pan pulled off of that tractor. And usually we can see a visual evidence where there's like a hairline crack or the check ball and the oil pump's twisted just a little bit. In this case, there wasn't really any visual evidence, but we could see on the pressure trend and the graph where the oil pressure was falling off. And what took place, we dug into it a little bit more, and what we found is on the oil pump, there's the gear on there and a nut that holds that gear, that pressed gear on, and the nut actually backed off a little bit. And in the pressure chart, the data readings were going erratic, and you could see that the gear was just wiggling on there a little bit. So very awesome win, save the engine on that machine, and pretty cool what we can do with data and how we can, like I said, save an engine on that machine.